With the launch of the Shattered Veil getting closer and closer, but the lack of any intro cutscene being released, it's making me think that we're going to have another situation like the Tomb where we just don't get an intro cutscene. Now, just that alone is pretty annoying, especially because it felt like we were finally back with intro cutscenes after whatever happened during Cold War, but the first three maps did have them, even DLC 1 with Citadel, but then DLC 2 and now DLC 3 seemingly like it's not going to have one. And this is pretty unfortunate because intro cutscenes have been a thing in zombies for a while now, going back all the way to Black Ops 2. Well, I guess there were some in Black Ops 1, but they were a bit different, but they were really set in stone in Black Ops 2. Now, it is kind of annoying that I'm even talking about this because I want to be excited for the Shadow Veil and I want to get into all that, but there's something that's bugging me because if it was just the fact that we're just not getting one, that was it, I wouldn't even talk about it. But I think the reason why we're not getting one is the more important thing here. Now, I'm going to be speculating on the reason, but I feel like there's pretty good reasons to believe the reason why I'm going to be giving you. But at the same time, it could be entirely different. Maybe the Treyarch team is now working a bit more on COD 2025 and they're busy on that because we know they're probably going to develop that. Or they're on some time constraints because they're developing two main maps back to back to back. Regardless of it being those things that maybe even factors into all of this, I mean, there is one big thing that we've known about for a while now that I've been meaning to talk about for a long time. And this is the situation with the voice actors. Because as a lot of you guys may have already noticed that at launch, almost all the voice actors were different. Because after that, an update or two came out and now we have different voice actors entirely. The most obvious one is of course with Samantha with the AI. That voice is noticeably different. Like a lot of people noticed it the second Citadel came out when the first change happened, and then they also retroactively went back and changed all the voice lines from Terminus also, which was definitely a thing to do. But it's just not her. Even Peck's voice actor and a lot of the playable crews, if not all of the playable crews, have also been swapped compared to their previous voice actors. And the reason for this is because currently, and for a while now, it's been over a year, that the voice actors in video games, and I think also just all actors in general, have been on strike. And the reason why is you would expect for the normal things that unions fight for better healthcare, 15% wage increase, but the important one for at least the gaming side of this strike is protections against AI. This has been said to be their biggest issue because what they're worried is that now that people can generate people's voices through AI, what they're worried about is that these video games companies that have so much lines that they've recorded in the past could just put that into an AI machine and just recreate their voice for whatever they need and not have to pay these people anymore, or at least pay them less for using their likeness instead of actually paying them for going in. And they want protections against that, and that's completely fair to be a thing because I mean it doesn't get more personal than your voice, and someone being able to take that and just recreate it using AI and be able to pay you not at all or way less, like I think we all agree that is probably something these companies are not above doing. So of course it makes sense why they're fighting for this. And honestly, I'm 100% behind the workers here and the voice actors. They deserve these protections, especially the AI ones. That is ridiculous that these trillion-dollar companies, keep in mind that Microsoft owns Call of Duty now, that this trillion-dollar company cannot make an exception for these people. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what are we doing here? How greedy do you have to be when you already are a trillion-dollar company and you can't just agree to continue to pay voice actors? Like, what the hell? Just guarantee that you won't be using their likeness and their voice through AI, and just that they'll pay them and continue to pay them exactly how they've been so far. It's ridiculous. And obviously this is most important for those workers, for those voice actors, and I want to make sure they are the main people affected by this. And I really hope they get everything they're asking for through this strike. And honestly, I hope it ends soon for them and also for us. And I don't want to make this as selfish because like I said, the main thing here is the workers and obviously these voice actors that I'm talking about, right? I mean, the workers are the voice actors, but you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, this has been affecting our experience. And obviously this is the point of the strike, to affect the product that is being created. And I think they're doing a great job at that because, I mean, especially when you hear these scabs come in and do the work that the unionized workers are supposed to be doing, and you just hear the humongous difference is just Oh my gosh, annoying, especially the Samantha scab, like, oh, bro, like, and it's honestly especially disrespectful to her specifically, and I know it's bigger than just one individual worker, these, strikes and deals that they're looking for, but my gosh, Samantha's voice actor has been there since Black Ops 1. She's been voice acting Samantha all the way going back then, and she still was doing that during Cold War and even the launch of Black Ops 6, but now because of the strike, now she's just gone, which is incredibly disrespectful to the overall experience and especially her. But how I think this ties into what I started talking about is that you may have noticed in Citadel and especially the Tomb that we just don't have that many new voice lines for these characters. Like, they reuse a lot of the basic ones, like when you kill a couple zombies and when you drink a perk, all of these are being reused, which is not how it worked in the past. Every single map they re-recorded new voice lines to be unique to that map. That's how it used to work. But now, because I'm assuming these scabs aren't full-time voice actors, so they don't have time to go in there and record more voice lines for every single map, they're just not doing that. And they're doing the bare minimum. This is especially affecting even the conversational quotes. Someone who, like on my channel, that records and uploads all the conversational quotes, I noticed that there's just been less and there just haven't been as big a substance as we've seen at launch. Like, there's a huge difference in not only quantity but also just quality too. Like, it's just not a great experience for us. It just feels not good because it's just being a lot of reuse and just doing the bare minimum. And I believe that this has also affected the intro cutscenes, because if they're still trying to do the bare minimum with these scabs instead of the actual workers, I mean, one thing that could be easily cut is the intros, because I mean, as much as I love intros and think that they're an integral part of zombies at this point, I mean, to be fair, if you're going to cut something in terms of something having relation to the actual voice actors, I mean, this would be an obvious one. So really, what the point of this video is just truly a call out to not only Activision or Microsoft, but all the gaming companies to just give these voice actors and actresses the AI guarantees. Like, this is ridiculous, and it'd be super unethical to do otherwise, because being able to use someone's voice and likeness without their permission or just paying them less to make an AI version of their voice is ridiculous, and it's completely unethical. And also, the wage increases and healthcare benefits are just things that unions fight for, and they should. So just give them that. I don't understand why they can't do it. I mean, I do. It's because these are greedy corporations, but come on, just end the strike. It's hurting the overall experience for so many people, and you're really screwing over the workers that have put so much time and years into your games.